On today's show, Bonnie Wilson from Chef's Deal shares how her business is helping entrepreneurs realize their culinary dreams. Susie Trammel from Sit Means Sit Dog Training gives us tips on how to make our experience with our furry friends the best that it can be. And don't forget our 𝗵𝗄𝗄𝗏 Pet of the Week. She has a coat of many colors. So cozy up with some kibbles and coffee. Good morning, Murfreesboro, for Friday, August 29th, 2025 begins now.
Good morning, Murfreesboro. I'm Lance Chandler.
And I'm Lyschel Edwards in for 𝗪𝗄𝗄𝗏𝗀. Thank you for joining us this morning as we share what makes Murfreesboro shine.
Well, Rachel is gone right now. You know, she loves to vacation, so she's off somewhere enjoying, you know, some Florida heat, I think.
I gotta tell you, I'm slightly jealous.
I think she's house sitting for somebody, so you know she's got a good gig though. If it's on a beach, you know,
Nice.
We miss her. But thank you so much for being here, Lyschel. You're going to do a great job.
Absolutely.
We're going to get through it.
I mean,
it'll be all good.
Shoes are very big shoes to fill, but
hey, you can do it. You can do it. We have all the faith in you.
I appreciate that.
Well, it's an exciting weekend. A lot of people this weekend will be having a good time, probably barbecuing. That's real barbecue or cooking out.
Yeah.
You know, that's a southern thing. I don't know. You do networking for awesome people with us sometimes, Lyschel, and you come. I don't know if you were at that event where Rachel one time said she was hosting a barbecue, and then we all showed up and it was burgers and hot dogs, and we were like, just a cookout. That's not a barbecue.
Slightly different, but still the hospitality, vibe was still the same.
Yeah, exactly.
The intention was to host.
That's why I said some people will be barbecuing, some people will be cooking out.
Right.
If you're from the South, you know what that means. Like
Right.
if you go other places in the country, a barbecue is just a barbecue. It could be hamburgers, hot dogs. You could actually be getting some Kansas City spices. You know what I mean? Like
Right. In the South, a barbecue means pulled pork, pulled chicken, ribs, whole deal.
Exactly. So we got that because Labor Day is Monday. Labor Day is Monday. So don't forget, guys, if you show up to work, you're probably going to be the only guy there or girl. Well, fun facts about Labor Day. Americans consume almost 7 billion hot dogs during the peak summer months between Memorial Day and Labor Day. 7 billion.
Okay, so I have a question for you. Are you and your family all beef hot dogs or just whatever hot dog is available?
No, I'm an all beef, but I don't want to give up my secret because we don't have enough grocery stores in Murfreesboro as it is because because it's growing so rapidly. But all right, guys, I'm gonna give up my secret.
Okay,
So if I go to the grocery store and they're all gone, we'll know you watched. But the Private Select Kroger brand all beef hot dogs are elite.
Okay.
Elite, like the best of the best. So if you have those, they're a little more expensive. They're they're pretty nice, quality hot dog, but they got a good flavor.
Okay,
And
we have transitioned to Sprouts all natural all beef hot dog.
Nice.
Definitely a higher echelon than what I grew up on. Okay. My kids definitely have a higher quality of taste.
Yeah.
Pretty much growing up, it was whatever hot dog.
Yeah.
Whatever was on sale. But we do the Sprouts brand now.
I grew up in the 90s where they put cheese on everything. There was you can put cheese on this, put
Cheese,
cheese on that.
chili.
We got so much cheese. What are we going to do with the cheese? Just put it on everything.
Cheese, chili, the whole thing.
Well, that's just crazy that so many hot dogs are consumed like that. I'm sure like a majority of them are consumed during the hot dog eating contest on the 4th of July. That's where most of them go.
Nathan's in New York, right?
Do you ever watch that?
I have. Gotta say it's
it's
a bit much to take.
It'll turn your stomach.
It's rough, pretty rough. But isn't it usually a pretty petite person that wins that?
There's this one guy. His name's escaped me at the moment because I have baby brain still. Lack of sleep. But there's this one guy that's like the GOAT. Like he is like the guy, and he took a couple of years off, and then he came back this year and just dominated everybody. But he's
more petite guy.
He's like a little skinny guy. You would never even. You'd be like, you can eat all them hot dogs. Like, where are you putting them? Like, you got hollow legs.
That's funny.
What about you? Do you guys have plans that you do Labor Day or anything?
Not huge plans. Usually just get together with the family.
Nice.
Keep it pretty chill. We may grill out. So now I've added another layer in there. You have cookout, you have barbecue, and we may grill out.
Yeah.
So that could involve grilling. Okay, that could involve steaks, hamburgers, and hot dogs, but not necessarily the full barbecue.
Yeah.
So this is kind of another little.
When you're grilling out, guys,
there.
for people that may not be from the South, grilling out, you take it to the next step where things get a little fancier. You might have some grilled chicken and things like that.
Right.
But yeah, we're basically, we spend time with family and stuff too, and all the same things,
Good.
you know, fun stuff. We also have something else we got to talk about too, guys. It's important. We're doing a really special giveaway. Speaking of food.
Nice. Awesome.
Speaking of food and
Really
all
awesome
this,
giveaway.
we got you good and hungry now to talk about that. We are doing a giveaway for 2 tickets to Celebrity Chopped event
Nice.
Coming up September 11th. And check our Facebook on how to enter. We're going to tell you how to do that. So make sure that you're following the page. So if you're seeing this, you made it this far, and you want to go to the Chopped event that's going on, follow the page, and we will have something coming up.
I definitely want to
win.
know. All right, Lance, I have to ask you, do you have a joke for me today?
I do have a joke for you today.
I'm ready.
It doesn't go with the weather at all, but I
Okay.
thought it was a fun one.
You ready?
All right. How do you follow Will Smith in the snow?
I don't know, Lance. How do you follow Will Smith in the snow?
Follow the Fresh Prince.
Oh, goodness. All right. Welcome to Murfreesboro in the South. We have our weekly Southernisms to help you understand what people are saying to you so you fit in.
Well, you gave us some good ones, being a
Okay,
guest.
so my first one is a little different than last week.
Okay.
Slightly different. So it's just bless.
Bless. Yeah, that one really hurts you. If you're from here and you know, like bless your heart's like, you kind of did something stupid. You maybe you didn't know what you were doing.
Yeah, but we can cover for you. Bless is just like, man, you're kind of an idiot.
Yep. Exactly. That means you know better and you did it anyways.
Yeah.
Like bless your heart's like, they probably didn't know.
Right.
Bless
We'll give
your
you a
heart.
pass.
We'll give you a pass. Bless is like,
Bless
we're not
is
giving
just
you a pass. You're
no
dumb.
pass.
You're
Yeah,
dumb.
You should know better.
You're dumb. It's like the Cracker Barrel thing. Can I talk about that? Like the Cracker Barrel little triangle. They've changed what it says too. I'm going to start a riot. Everybody doesn't like Cracker Barrel
They've
change
actually
anything
changed
right
the
now.
phrase on the
They changed,
little-
like used to, like if you like left like 3, it said like you're an ignoramus or anything like that. Now it says like you're a dumb doo-doo head or something like really really dumb. Like it's like super like.
Kind of mean. So
like
in other words,
PG.
bless.
Yeah, super PG.
Yeah.
So bless is like the old Cracker Barrel.
Right. You're not very
Triangle.
smart.
Yep. And then we have another one that you gave us too.
Yeah, so the other one is, and I'm from Connecticut. I'm not from the South. My husband is from Murfreesboro. Born and raised here in Murfreesboro, went to MCSU. So his family's from the South. And so I would hear his mom and aunt say this, something about behind the magnolia curtain.
And that was a new one for me.
Yes, and so I didn't know if it was a Southernism in general or just a family thing.
Yeah.
So from my understanding, behind the magnolia curtain means, it to everyone on the outside, we look great, we got it all together, but behind the magnolia curtain is like, oh my goodness, oh my word, behind the magnolia curtain, anything could be going on.
Is that like skeletons in your closet, or is that like more like behind the magnolia curtain, like they got drama?
Like, I think it's more like, I can't believe that it's so not well put together.
Gotcha. Understand.
Like clutch my pearls type of thing.
We're like Emily Post over here.
Right.
But then we're like, dang, y'all wow.
Yeah, that's my understanding anyway. I could be totally off, but that was my understanding.
I like it. Well, let's talk about, we got Murfreesboro. We got national days
Yes.
out here. We're going to talk about some national days. And we're going to talk about this. What National Sports Day is coming up today. Actually, it's today.
Yeah.
It's not coming up. It's today. So National Sports Day is today.
Awesome.
Rachel's not here. Do you sports?
So I have an interesting answer for that. So I do not typical sports,
Okay.
but I am all into activating women's wellness and having them take control of their health through lifting weights and activation.
There you go. So that is a sport. That's a
So
competition.
it's sport, yeah. So definitely all about that,
Michelle said-
especially in around my age, 40s. lifting weights is important.
There you go. It is important to stay healthy, and Lyschel will beat you in a push-up contest.
Maybe not push-up, but I could probably leg press you.
Oh, yeah, leg press. All right,
That
let's
part.
see. That's going to happen. We're going to get that going. All right. We're going to use Neil, though. We're going to get Neil in a leg press.
That's funny.
Oh, and then we have literacy and numeracy
week.
There we go. That's hard to say,
Yeah,
numeracy.
it is. It is.
And then tomorrow we have Franchise Appreciation Day.
Yes. And tomorrow is also, we'll be thinking of Rachel in
Yeah.
her vibes, National Beach Day. Rachel, we're slightly jealous that you're on the beach
Yeah.
and we're here. But I have been liking the cooler mornings here, though.
Yeah, it has
been
been
nice.
very nice. But Rachel's rude for leaving us
Right.
to go to
How
the
dare
beach.
you?
Then Sunday, it's Eat Outside Day.
And also National Zoo Awareness Day.
National Zoo Awareness Day, and you know we had a crazy zoo animal loose in Murfreesboro
Oh,
not
yes.
long ago. We had Ed the zebra, who
Ed
out
the
here
zebra.
is living his best life off in Texas now with his girlfriend. So he left us, you know, and
That's
moved
right.
to Texas, but I guess not with his exes in Texas. Later this week on Monday we have American Chess Day.
And also World Lettering Day on Monday. Could get
What is
that.
I don't what is
World
World Lettering Day? That's a
Letter-
new one for me too.
Oh, sorry. It's a word letter writing day. Letter writing.
Oh, World Letter Writing Day. There we
Yes,
go.
World
Is that
Letter
right?
Writing.
There we go. We got it. Sometimes we have to decode what Neil is saying.
Neil's like,
That's
why
right.
am I
Yeah.
getting this? Why am I getting
Neil
catching
gets
these
thrown
strays?
under the bus.
Neil's like, why am I catching these strays today?
And then we have Tuesday is VJ Day, which some people might not know what that is. That's a victory in Japan from World War II Day.
Okay.
There's all types of days and stuff. So that's one we'll recognize on Tuesday from the World War II era.
Okay. And Wednesday is U.S. Bowling League Day.
Yeah, and we had Jody Haslam on here with his black belt bowling. I say black belt, but it's really not that. You're not here like chopping bowling balls in half or anything like that, or hitting people in the head with bowling pins. You know, bowling pin nunchucks. It's like a skill thing. It's really cool.
Yes.
If you don't know what it is, you go back and watch last week's episode
Black
because
belt
they're
bowling.
going to tell you exactly
That's
what it
awesome.
is. Then on Thursday, it's Eat an Extra Dessert Day, which is one of my favorite things to do. All right, Neil. Letting me down. Letting me down every dessert. Every dessert. I was hoping for some cookies or something.
And so also on Thursday, after you eat your extra dessert, maybe you then would like to activate your body and go out for a walk to observe National Wildlife Day.
There you go. We have plenty of wildlife around
know,
here. All the
so-
deer, all the fun stuff. No more zebras, though. We just talked about
Yeah.
that. You know, you're not going to walk around and see a zebra on
No.
the greenway.
Okay, so we want to talk about what happened on this day. So on this day, August 29th, 1958, do you know who was born on that day?
A legend.
A legend.
A legend.
Pop legend, none other than Michael Jackson. He was born in Gary, Indiana, and the world of music has never been the same. So we probably grew up around the same
Oh,
time.
yeah.
You remember Michael
Oh,
Jackson
oh,
and all
so
the
much.
hits?
Yeah, I
So we know
remember.
he hit the stage at a very young age with his brothers and started out in Jackson 5, one of my dad's favorites, 1969 with I Want You Back.
Yep.
Number one hit. Okay, and by 11, he was a TV regular, and by 14, he had his first solo album, and they even did animated cartoons. And then the Family Variety Show. Michael's star power, it just kept rising with hits like ABC, I'll Be There. I mean, come on.
Yep.
That iconic voice
One of my
and
favorite.
talent.
Ben.
Yeah.
What a great song.
And sadly, he passed away in 2009. But honestly, I will say, and I'm going to put this out there, to me, there is not another music icon that has greater talent than Michael.
No, there will never be another Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Like he's phenomenal. I mean, he was phenomenal, and
Yeah.
he just you just can't.
Yeah.
You can't compete. Like, and there's just, you know, we kind of talked about this, you know, when we were going through everything. But, you know, Elvis Presley, Prince, Michael Jackson, like,
Yes.
you only have a few of those. So,
Yep.
so that's really great. But we have his birthday, but we have some other celebrity
Yes.
birthdays coming up. Tomorrow we have Cameron Diaz, which will be 53. And one of my favorite movies, There's Something About Mary. Hilarious.
I mean, Franks and Beans, hello? I mean, come on. One of the most iconic scenes in any movie ever. I mean, seriously.
That is great. I love that movie.
Franks and beans, Franks and beans. I mean, come on. I mean, hilarious. One of the best scenes ever. I mean.
Then we have Warren Buffett.
Oh, billionaire.
Billionaire.
I mean,
Wonderful
my goodness.
guy.
Okay, we were talking about wellness and activation.
Yeah.
Maybe don't take this tip, but a little known fact about Warren Buffett is that he actually eats at McDonald's every day.
Wow. Wow. Well, he's 95, so
Yeah,
there must be
so
something in the meat, man.
Yeah.
Them hash browns and
Yeah.
longevity. He's preserved. That's what it is.
The preservative.
It's the preservatives
Fair enough.
in the food. All right, Sunday,
enough.
we have Richard Gere, pretty woman,
Yeah.
an officer and gentleman. He's 76.
I can't believe he's 76.
That's wild.
Okay, also on Sunday, Van Morrison, Moondance.
One of my favorites.
He's 80.
Yeah,
Incredible.
Morrison, Moondance, Tupelo Honey, Brown Eyed Girl, all the great stuff. And then we have another great artist on Monday, Barry Gibbs. You know, Staying Alive. I can't hit that high note, or I would do it for you guys. I'll embarrass myself for sure. But he's 79 years old. That's crazy.
Nice.
And the last living survivor of the Bee Gees.
Nice, nice. And then Dr. Phil as well.
Dr. Phil,
Is 75.
75, out here still helping people. And then one of America's favorites on Tuesday, Keanu Reeves from The Matrix. Like, America loves that guy. Like, everybody loves Keanu Reeves. Like, he's the most, like, probably well-liked person in the nation. He's 61, which is mind-blowing.
Wow. And then Mark Hamill on Tuesday as well. He is Luke Skywalker in Star Wars.
Also,
74.
yeah, also a legend there. And then another legend in Tiger Milk. 60 years old is Charlie Sheen, and you know, 2.5 Men, all the great stuff.
Yeah.
He I mean, wild, but you know, has left a great legacy too in his film career.
Yes. Also Wednesday, we have Shaun White, Olympic gold medalist in snowboarding. That's amazing. 39.
Yeah, that blows my mind that he's 39. And then another GOAT that we have Thursday, everybody's beloved Beyonce.
Yep.
She is
Beyonce.
44. You know, all my single ladies.
Oh, single ladies, oh, single ladies.
We have to make sure we shout out our sponsors
Yeah.
too. We have Superior Overhead Doors,
Valley Growers,
Info Social Media.
615 Insurance.
Yep, and Achieve Entrepreneur Center. It's a great place if you're an entrepreneur or a small business to get connected, collaborate, and if you need a little bit of office space or some alone time away from the house, if you got the family, the dogs and stuff, get you a spot over there and you can go get away and do your little meetings, phone calls, things like that, or just have a day away where you can be more productive.
We met over there yesterday
Yep,
to prep
we
for
did.
this session. And also our lovely place where we get to host our show every week, Hemispheres Wine Bar.
Beautiful place.
All right. If you can't find anything to do in Murfreesboro, you definitely are not looking hard enough or watching our show. Our first event up, calling all animal lovers and future farmers. The Nash Bash Lamb Stock Show is back. Oh gosh, that was terrible. Was that a dad joke? This weekend at the MTSU Livestock Arena. It's a 2-day sheep and goat show welcoming showmen of all skill levels. Come cheer them on this Saturday at 10 a.m. and again Sunday at 6 p.m. right here in the heart of Middle Tennessee. It's fun, family friendly, and it's a great way to support the next generation of agricultural stars.
There you go. Maybe some zebras there, guys.
Maybe some zebras.
I'm on one. I'm trying to will him back. I'm willing him back.
All right, our next event is the Middle Tennessee Pickle Festival. It's back, bigger, and brinier, and better than ever. Are you writing these?
No, actually, this is Rachel.
It's happening Saturday, August 30th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at Hop Springs. And trust us, this one's kind of a big deal. We're talking pickle eating, drinking, and throwing contest. Over 150 vendors from 6 states. Live music, food trucks, and a whole lot of pickle everything. Plus, there's a free kids zone, free petting zoo, and it's totally pet friendly. So bring Teddy Girl along for the fun.
What's it? Are they throwing pickles? Pickle throwing.
Axe throwing, maybe?
I don't know. Throwing something.
All right, our next event, calling all nature lovers. This Saturday, flutter on over to the Hummingbird Festival, a free family-friendly celebration of one of nature's most fascinating little flyers. Bird banging kicks off bright and early at 8 a.m. with all other activities starting at 10 a.m. Learning all about hummingbird conservation, enjoy live demonstrations, explore local vendors, and grab a bite from delicious food trucks. It's fun, educational, and it's totally free. A perfect way to spend your Saturday with the whole family. Now I'll definitely be taking the girls out to
There
that.
you go. It's great.
That sounds amazing.
Great one.
All right, our next event, Blue Raiders fans. Blue Raiders fans, get ready to pack Floyd Stadium as MTSU takes on Austin Peay for the big home opener. Gates open 90 minutes before kickoff, and remember, all seating is reserved, so find your spot and get ready to cheer loud. Little ones under 2 get in free, but they'll need to sit on a grown-up's lap. It's football time in Murfreesboro, and you won't want to miss it. Heads up, it's a clear bag policy, so plan ahead before you get into the gate.
Yep, fun thing. Kickoff at 6. Of course, we want MTSU to win, but I have to say, Austin Peay, what they chant,
Yeah.
you know, in the football, they chant, "Let's go Peay. Let's go Peay. Let's go Peay." You know?
Well, that's an interesting chant. We don't like to speak negatively about anyone. All right, our next event. Okay, are you looking for something unique and meaningful? Swing by Liberty Station next Friday and Saturday from 9:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. for their fabulous pop-up shops. From handsome treasures to one-of-a-kind finds, you'll never know what gem you'll uncover. Best of all, your purchases support a great cause. Come shop, sip, stroll. It's retail therapy at the heart.
Rachel's good at that. Are you like your outfit's great? So
Thank
I'm
you.
assuming that this is
Thank
something
you.
that speaks to your heart as well.
It does.
Well, if you're looking for these events, or if you just can't remember what we just talked about, if you weren't paying attention, you zoned out, got to doing something else, we have the links for all this information below in our comment section. So if you're looking for that, make sure that you go back and check those out.
That's right.
Also, stick around because we have our first guest, Bonnie Wilson, right after this message.
Your garage door does more than open and close. It's your home's biggest entrance, and sometimes its weakest link. Outdated tech, worn-out parts, or missed maintenance? That's a recipe for accidents and unwanted visitors. Superior Overhead Doors Safety Tune-Up checks it all. Sensors, locks, structural integrity, and much, much more. We keep your door secure and your family safe. Don't wait for a scare. Stay safe. Get Superior.
All right, and we are back with our first guest on the show, Bonnie Wilson with Chef's Deal. Welcome,
Yes.
Bonnie. We're so grateful you're on the show.
Great, thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Bonnie, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Tennessee native,
Yeah.
grew up in Murfreesboro, started kindergarten here. My grandmother had a bakery, and some of you may remember Mr. Murfreesboro certainly does, Sugar and Spice Bakery.
Yeah.
So, yeah, my family has always owned restaurants, and I was so fortunate to go to MTSU, graduated there, and yeah, lived in Tennessee my whole life.
So you're kind of a unicorn around here right now, a little bit.
A little bit, yes. People say, you know, no one's from Nashville or Middle Tennessee anymore. Everyone's moving here, which I can completely agree.
Yeah, unicorns right here. We're just been here our whole lives. So.
Absolutely.
And my husband Justin's from Murfreesboro.
Yeah,
so born
unicorn.
and bred. Also went to MTSU.
Yeah.
So rare.
Rare.
rare, yes.
Yep. Bunch of MTSU people right here. All the fun stuff.
True blue.
True
Yes.
blue.
Right. Right.
Well, Chef's Deal.
Yes.
Tell us, I'm doing my dad joke. What's the deal? Like,
What's the deal? Not like DILL, like for the Pickle Festival. But I plan to attend that. But yeah, Chef's Deal, we've been headquartered in Nashville for over 20 years. We're a major online dealer and seller. But we've got our 2 locations. We just opened our Murfreesboro store where I work a little over a year ago. So we are basically a full service dealer. We design and equip all types of commercial kitchens. And so I meet tons of really interesting, creative, fabulous people every day, and that's the best part of my job. So I'm the local business coordinator, and I'm getting out of the office more. I will be traveling and going to see people at their stores, restaurants, hotels, bakeries, just to kind of figure out what their needs are and help them with all their business plans and equipment needs.
nice. So do you help design like commercial kitchens? Is that what I'm understanding? Okay, just make sure I'm
Yes.
understanding. That's awesome. That's really cool. That's pretty amazing. So how did you get into that?
Well, my families have always owned restaurants, and my grandmother had her bakery. And after college, I worked for an independent dealer for about 10 years, and I actually took a break and worked in foster care for about 6 years. I begged my husband, who's 10 years older, to please let us be foster parents. He said, well, why don't you work in it for about, just work in it for a little while and see how you like it. Worked in foster care for about 6 years, but whenever I saw the job posted for Chef's Deal here in Murfreesboro, I was just on cloud nine. And I actually told the owners when I interviewed that I needed a new job, but I wanted this one. And so it was just the perfect fit. And I just was so ecstatic to get back in on the business side. And I love helping people. So it was just a perfect fit for everyone.
Now, earlier you mentioned when I was talking to you before that you found a really good way to pair your love for foster care, which I love, near and dear to my heart.
Yes.
Caring for children in need with the culinary aspect of your life. Tell me more about that.
Absolutely. So we are currently working on some programs for culinary arts for high school students as well as college age young people. We are a national KitchenAid distributor, and we have showrooms at both locations, Nashville and Murfreesboro, full of equipment. We provide free design and layout services, so we are really, really passionate about culinary arts programs. And people sometimes say, well, what does restaurant equipment have to do with social services? What is your background in foster care? What does that have to do with anything? But culinary arts is just a beautiful way to blend those two worlds, and I'm so passionate about helping young people. I've talked to Dr. 𝗪𝗲𝗻𝗄 over at MTSU, and she's doing incredible things with all of their staff there. For the hospitality and tourism program. We're so excited about that. Some of our marketing staff is going to attend with me. We're going to the governor's conference in October for hospitality and tourism. And so, Nashville and Murfreesboro just continue to grow year after year. And there are so many opportunities here in Middle Tennessee, especially, and in Murfreesboro.
Yeah.
And I just cannot wait to see what these programs bring for all of the young people in our area.
That's amazing that you're doing that to give back to the community that you're from. And that you are very familiar with, children not having, that steady home. Obviously, we grew up, I grew up smelling baking bread, my mom baking bread or something every morning. But some children don't have that experience. And what you're doing is amazing to give them that culinary experience. That's really awesome.
Thank you so
wonderful.
much. It's so rewarding.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so with MTSU and those programs that you help with, like if these kids are wanting to get involved, or like how do they get to you to be in these programs? Like sometimes people need a little guidance on where to go and stuff if there's something that strikes them.
Exactly. So we are wanting to do some lunch and learn programs for the different culinary arts departments. We are working on that currently. We want to get more involved with some of the associations that do competitions and career development programs, things of that nature, just because there are so many different options. You don't have to be in the back of the house sleeping over a hot stove unless you want to. Some young people are going to shine more front of the house. They need to interact with guests. Sometimes they're going to need to be more in the kitchen, hands-on. And so we're just looking at all the different options for them. But we're so passionate about our design services. And I often tell people, I make this comment at least 10 times a week. Even young people have these dreams, but I often say, I want to talk to your neighbor 3 doors down who has talked about opening a bakery or a cafe for the last 8 years. And I know everyone knows of that person because people want to leave their 9 to 5 sometimes. They want to open a new store. They want to open a new bakery because they have their grandmother's famous carrot cake recipe or marinara sauce recipe or whatever it is, and they want to make that a reality. And so that's where I come in. I absolutely love talking to them about all those menu choices and design ideas. And we have so many, resources on our website, especially. We work with over 300 manufacturers.
Wow.
And so if you think that's a lot, it really is. It's thousands upon thousands of pieces of equipment.
Amazing.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
It's amazing. And you can get into all different price points. Specs,
you kind of build
warranties.
what you need for what you're trying to.
100%.
Sometimes you might have the budget to have, a $300,000 kitchen starting out. You might have the budget to have a $20,000 kitchen starting out. So that makes sense to have that. And a lot of people don't, like a lot of kids and a lot of people, like adults, don't realize that restaurant industry is like a career choice. Like there's people that do the restaurant industry for their whole entire lives, and they make very good money at it, or they take care of their families and they provide off of that. You know, so many people think, oh, you go to McDonald's, learn how to flip burgers, or, you know, take somebody's order, and then you go be a waitress or a waiter, and then you do like, and then while you're in school, then you get out and you go get a real job. No, like these are real jobs for people.
Yes.
It's not like that. Like I have friends that like are bartenders and waiters, and they make 6 figures like doing this job in Murfreesboro and Nashville, and do like it's a career for them. They could do anything else that they wanted to, but they want to do that.
And it's all about the connections. We have an incredible staff, and we have an incredible team here in Murfreesboro. And I'm here, I'm available to meet with people, go do site visits, talk about all those options, and just support their dreams. That's what it's all about.
Where can they find you? Where are you located?
So our office here in Murfreesboro, we're on right off of Middle Tennessee Boulevard, 1155 Haley Road. And we're open Monday through Friday. If you need after hours or weekend appointments, please let me know. I'm available for that. And also I'm available to come visit your location wherever you may be.
Well, wonderful. Thank you so much for being here, Bonnie. You're a real treat.
Thank you so much. I've enjoyed it. We appreciate it.
Awesome. Up next, Purple Paw's Pet of the Week.
This week's Pet of the Week is brought to us by 𝗪𝗏𝗁 Dog Training. Reliable obedience training for puppies and dogs of all ages.
This week's pet comes from Rutherford County Cat Rescue. Meet Jane, a stunning little tortoiseshell sweetheart who's all sugar, no spice. Born in rescue March 6th, she's the last of 5 siblings still waiting for her forever home. Jane's playful, chill, and gets along perfectly with other kitties. Another dad joke. And fun fact, her mama Lily was named by the public. She's beautiful, loving, and ready to complete someone's family. Don't let this precious girl be the one left behind.
And if you're interested in adopting Jane and making her part of your home, reach out to the Rutherford County Cat Rescue and make her part of your family. And you can find more of this information below in our links, and including links to 𝗪𝗏𝗁 below in the description.
And speaking of 𝗪𝗏𝗁, we'd love to welcome our next guest, Susie Trammel, with 𝗪𝗏𝗁 Dog Training.
Hi, Susie. Thank you for being here.
No problem. Thank you for being here.
We're excited to learn about 𝗪𝗏𝗁 and maybe get some pointers, some tips. I'm about to pick your brain. I'm about to pick your brain.
Pregame with you're priming me to train your dogs.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
Can we
I got
trade
questions.
services?
Plotting over
Can
here.
we trade services?
I got so many questions for you.
Yeah. I'll tell you the same thing I tell everybody, just come down to the
Yeah.
facility.
Well, first, tell us a little about yourself, Susie.
Okay, so I am originally from Alabama. I don't say that much because we're Tennessee fans, so it's a battle, you know, with the Alabama fans. But we moved to Tennessee, Northeast Tennessee, 𝗪𝗏𝗁, Tennessee, home of Sergeant York. Some people know it by that, the Alvin C. York Veterans Hospital. Big family farm, 650-acre farm is what I grew up on. So cattle farm. We have production greenhouses, so that's what I was into, was the growing. Came to MTSU after I graduated, got my degree in horticulture, opened my first garden center when I was 21 in Las Casas. That's where I met Neil, selling me scarecrows. And so I've been in business for 26 years. We leased the greenhouse facility at the Rutherford County Co-op 16 years ago, I think. And there was this gentleman that always came in working dogs in a 𝗪𝗏𝗁 shirt and 𝗪𝗏𝗁 truck, and I was always fascinated. I was like, this is crazy. Like, I always had dogs like on a farm. Like, I didn't know dogs could actually heel beside you and not pull on a leash or, you know, do what you say and sit and be well behaved and not react to things. So I started talking to him one day and became very interested. Never too old to learn new things.
Sure.
So I learned how to went to a dog training school, became part of it, but it's a great program.
Cool.
So we've now since moved the facility, the dog training facility, into the garden center. It goes great together.
That's awesome.
I've been saying we need to do that for a long time. And one of the main reasons for the most people that like plants like dogs too.
Yeah.
I just see it goes together. But we can provide distractions because a lot of people bring their dogs to the garden center. There's kids there, shopping carts, cars, you name it, we've got it.
Lots of distractions.
Yes, distractions. That's where most people struggle. Most people's dogs are pretty good.
Probably other
If
people
it's just them and
sometimes
their
bring
dog,
other dogs too.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. But once you bring it, and I didn't realize how distracting plants are, but plants are very distracting.
I could
to
see
dogs
that
as well.
smells
Yes,
and,
yes.
and maybe
Fragrance.
other dogs
So-
have been in there and
Fragrance
like
smell.
sniffed
Yeah,
around
sure.
there. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it works perfect. Works perfect together.
That's
so.
pretty amazing. So tell us a little bit about the program. What does that look like? What's it mean sit? Like what is, if you're signing up,
Yeah.
like, how does that look?
So we usually start with like a consultation. So if somebody's interested, they usually come meet with me because every client's different and their needs for what their dogs are different. You know, some people may just need their dog to be behaved in the house. They don't plan on going out of the house. Some people want to take their dog hiking. Some people want to take their dog kayaking or on vacations with them. So we meet. So number one, I can make sure we're the right program for them. Yeah. Once you sign up, we offer different programs depending on your needs. What a lot of people don't realize is we do train the dog, but the dog takes about 1/4 of the training. The owners take about 3/4 of the training.
I was just going to say.
Yeah.
Even on the side of our van, it says we don't train husband, wives, or kids, but I am always saying that I feel like we always train the husband, wives, and kids.
Well, you have to, right?
Yes,
Like
right.
to some degree, like you can't
Right.
just be training the dog and
Yes.
then people don't know what they're doing with the
Right.
dog.
I have 3 children and I read to 2 kids. That's my best analogy all the time. It's like you can't just send your kids to school and not do anything with them when they come
Sure.
home and expect them to be good citizens.
So-
So same for a dog.
I have a question with that. I'm not trying to ruffle any feathers out there if there's businesses that do this. I'm just getting
Yeah.
your take on it, and you can say, I don't want to answer that.
Yeah.
But what about, you see so many people like, oh, I'm sending my dog to boarding school, and then then I'm getting him back in 3 weeks, and he's going to be trained with all
Right.
this stuff. Like how do you feel, and maybe not how you feel about
No.
that, or like how did
Yes. So
that
we-
translate compared?
We do offer a board and train program where your dog stays
Yeah.
with us. But the key to our program, and I think the biggest benefit is most of our programs are lifetime training. So I tell anybody that does a board and train, okay, yes, your dog's great, but your dog's great for us.
Yes.
So I need your dog to be good for you. So now you need to schedule those private lessons so we can work with you and your dog together. Because
Okay.
I've yet to see a dog that wasn't good for us. We video the whole time they're with us and we can show the owners like, hey, your dog is capable of doing this. But you've got, if you're not consistent and manage it at home,
Yeah.
then it's just like children.
Yeah.
If you don't set those rules and boundaries, if you don't stick to them, then they're going to take a little bit and get away with it. So,
Yeah. No,
but if that happens, we do have lifetime training, so you can always come back.
Wonderful.
at any time. So,
Yeah, I don't think people understand like how smart dogs actually are,
extremely smart.
and like how much they're capable. And I saw a science thing, article or whatever, one time talking about how intelligent dogs can be, but like they can, like some of them can be intelligent up to like what a 6-year-old understands.
Yes.
So like if
Yes.
you have a 6-year-old child
Right.
and like you see what they understand and what
Right.
they repeat and like how they
What they're aware
communicate with you and what they're aware of.
Yeah.
Your dog possibly could be as smart as that,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
let that sink in, right?
Yes. Yeah, we had a dog come in the garden center one time that it was just the older gentleman and his dog. He was my favorite customer. And he could ask the dog, like, what's 2 + 2? And the dog would bark 4 times.
Oh, wow.
And he did
Wow.
all-
Incredible.
Like, he did all kinds of tricks. But
That's
that was
amazing.
my
That's
favorite. He would do
incredible.
multiplication. And I could tell he just works with this dog all day.
wow.
But
That's
it
awesome.
showed. It was pretty cool.
That's phenomenal.
Yes. Yeah,
Dog
it was
needs to be
pretty
on
impressive.
TV.
Yes.
So if you could give one tip, let's say, one tip to a mom of multiples,
Yes.
perhaps age 2 through 10, who is interested in having a pet, what is one tip you would advise that said random mom of multiples?
So you're wanting to get a dog. So a tip for somebody wanting to get a dog.
Well, we had a dog, and our girls are wanting another dog.
Okay. So do your research. It depends on what you're wanting with this dog. Like if you're wanting an active dog to be an active, then research that. Like Aussies, cattle dogs, working dogs, they love to go.
Yeah.
With that, you do need to train that dog because those dogs also get anxiety if they don't. It's a lot like children, or like they say, a kid in a candy store. Like, you just can't focus. I even want to put a GoPro on a dog and walk through a crowd and be like, okay, this is what your dog is seeing. Like, this is overwhelming for your dog. So that's what we train for, is that leadership. So just know, like, in that situation, your Aussie is just not going to go into a crowd and not be like, oh, this is so exciting. Like, there's people and dogs and all these things going on. So that would be important, just what's your activity level, what you want to do with the dog. Also, research, like, you know, kid-friendly, that kind of thing. Size-wise, also what you have room for the size. But I see, you know, I tell people these, like, specifics looking for a dog, but honestly, like, breed-specific stuff doesn't really, I realize that in dog training, it doesn't really hold true. You know, like, certain animals, like a pit bull may have a bad reputation.
Yeah.
We see the sweetest pit bulls.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like, and then, you know, you'll see an aggressive golden retriever, and it's like, okay, this doesn't fit the bill. So a lot of it is the training. No matter what breed you get, be consistent and manage your dog. If you ask your dog to sit,
be consistent.
have your, it's no different than kids.
Well,
like,
one quick question before we go. But to those dog parents that are out there that are frustrated, what would you tell them if they're frustrated right now? They got an unruly dog. Of course, go to Sit Mean Sit and get your dog trained. But you know, like, if they're frustrated in the moment, how should they handle that as quickly as you can? You know, I understand it.
There's a couple of things. I just did a series on crate training your dog. I think that's extremely important, to give your dog a place to be, that they feel safe. Crate training is a good thing. Like you said earlier, some dogs may be like a 6-year-old child, but they're not an adult. People do not leave their children unsupervised. So it's the same for a dog. Like, they, for safety reasons, for their, you know, you're teaching your kid, you'll find you've got a month-old baby, so you're going to have to set rules and boundaries for your child as they grow. It's no different for a dog. So that way, if you are frustrated, that can be a place where you know your dog's safe. You can take a breath for a minute. And put your dog.
Go in your kennel, take a break for a minute.
Everybody take a break.
Crate training is really good. And
awesome.
Just the other is just be patient. A lot of what I've found through all the schools and through doing it is dogs don't understand what you're asking. When we speak verbally, they do not. People have a really hard time communicating with their dogs. So usually, if your dog's frustrated, they have no idea. Even if you're saying no, they don't know what you're telling them no for. So be really clear with your body language of what you're asking of them.
Well, that's good information. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
And if you want to, you know, schedule, we got our links.
Yes.
So you can schedule a consultation with Sit Mean Sit.
Yes.
Thank you, Susie. Appreciate it.
Thank y'all.
Well, stop. Don't scroll just yet. We'll be right back after this message. All right. Well, we had an amazing show today.
Awesome show.
It was a great show. We had great guests. So entertaining.
Really great guests.
So if you enjoyed the show today, we got more of this coming up next week.
Yes.
And you'll be back with us next week.
And I'll be back next week.
Okay. All right.
That's
so if you love Lyschel, come back and watch some more Lyschel.
Come back.
We want to thank our sponsors real quick before we go. We have Superior Overhead Doors.
Valley Growers.
Info Social Media.
615 Insurance.
Achieve Entrepreneur Center.
Hemispheres Wine Bar.
And Sit Mean Sit Dog Training, who was just on the show as our guest. So they're our sponsor for the Purple Paws Pet of the Week. And don't forget, after the show, we're going to have a post where you can go and enter for the Celebrity Chopped event that we're having here in town. And so if you're interested in winning 2 tickets to that, make sure that you're following our page and keeping up with that, because we're going to tell you how to enter that contest.
Yep. Be sure to check our Facebook page for details. Watch the replays. Like, share, and comment. And if you're watching on YouTube, Please like and subscribe.
Yep, and we have to thank our wonderful staff. You know, Neil, you know, pulls out his hair all the time with us. You know.
Yes, and thank you to Hemispheres Wine Bar for having us.
And from all of us here at Good Morning Murfreesboro, we wish you a happy Labor Day and a great weekend.
And whatever you're doing, do it right here in Murfreesboro. See you this week.